Hi to everyone, this is Dr. B.K.Parrthipan working as an assistant professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering. In today's we are going to discuss a topic distributed control system on a subject automation for manufacturing. Come on, let's get into the topic. First of all, we have to know the definition of a distributed control system. Distributed control system represents a computerized control system which is used in a plant that having various number of control loops. So, say let us consider in a mall we have identified various CCTV cameras. All these CCTV cameras are connected in a particular node. So, in a single room a person have to be sit and he or she has to visualize the actions what are happened in each and every CCTV camera. That logic is known as distributed control systems. Now, what we are going to do is we are going to fit various sensors in various mechanical elements and we are going to check whether we have achieved the process in a correct level or not. This is the concept behind the computerized control system, that is nothing but distributed control system. And this distributed control system is operated with the help of central supervisory control, and this system can be used to enhance the reliability and reduce the installation cost by localizing the control functions in various remote and monitoring systems. These systems are most commonly used in process industries where they have very high reliability and security is required. Now, let us discuss the structure of DCS. The structure of DCS consists of various levels. Level 0 represents the field level. This level represents the overall plant, right. In this overall plant we are having various machineries. In each and every machineries what we are going to do is we are going to interface a controller to check whether the process, each and every process have been carried out or not. Let us make an example. In a plant I am having a lathe machine. This lathe machine have to be on and off. So, what I am going to do is in a lathe machine I am going to feed a controller. The function of the controller is used to on and off the machine, right. Now, what I am going to do is once the spindle is on, I have to move the tailstock. So, I have to perform the motion of the tailstock. I have to add some actuators which in turn used to control the tailstock. So, what I am going to do is I am going to install another actuator also. So, for a particular machine we have to use various controllers that will be corresponds to the level 1. This level 1 measures the direct control of each and every output. The next two level is supervisory computers. The data from each and every machines are fed into the particular supervisor computers, so that with the help of supervisory computers we may extract the data of each and every machines. If you want to adjust the data set or the data analytics of a particular machine or the data representation, we may make use of with the help of supervisory computers also. Then the next level is production level. In the production level, each and every supervisory computers have to be controlled with the help of coordinating computers. These coordinating computers are nothing but generally in terms of general manager levels. So, if the entire plant is in a controlled manner or not, it can be measured with the help of coordinating computers. Again, the coordinating computers comes under the category of production level. Once these levels are associated with the computer centers, these computer centers are in the highermost level, that is known as the production scheduling level. So, this represents the structure of DCS. So, let us make a simple recall. Level 0 represents field level in which the plant is going to be controlled with the each and every machines with the help of controller, that is level 1 direct control. Further, the direct control is now going to be associated in a plant supervisory with the help of supervisory computers which are associated with various controllers. The next level is production level. Production levels are going to be connected with the help of coordinating computers with the supervisory computers. And the higher most level is production scheduling. Production scheduling is having a computer center where all the data have been fetched for the use of any analytics purpose. Now, let us move on to the next topic. So, these are the structure of DCS. Now, let us move on to the next topic is features of directory control distributed control system. The features of DC are, the first one is it is a system redundancy. The next one is it must be having a good environment for human machine interface. Then the next one is the platform should be a scalable. So, that in this picture we have shown up to the only 4 controllers which are for a particular plant. If they are having a many number of machines, this can be done in a parallel manner, that is the scalable platform, and the system security is very high. So, these are the various features of DCS system. The next one is the various advantages of DCS system. The primary advantage is it must have its own troubleshooting system. So, once if having any errors means we may able to underperform troubleshooting functions, so that the process of troubleshooting is very minimum. The next one is it must have human machine graphics interfaces and face platform. So, if there is any errors found in a systems means with the help of simple human machine graphical interface we may able to identify the mistakes what having, and it must have a safety alarms. If some of the plant a particular machine is not performing or particular system is not working in a machine means the security alarm will perform its own function. This component is malfunctioning now, it is not working, so that the ability to have a predictive maintenance is also very accurate. The next one is it consists of it having a consistency to integrate PLC with human machine interface, so that the various structures organizational component structure will be in a controlled manner. We can able to detect the presence of any errors in the system. The next one is with the help of distributed control system batch management is possible and the engineering time can be reduced. Last but not the least, it has an redundant operator system servers, which is the very most important need of an hour. So, the various applications of distributed control systems. Distributed control systems are majorly used in various manufacturing industries which are batch oriented, and some of the applications includes chemical power plant, petrochemical industries, paper mills, boiler controllers, power plants and water management system. So, in this class we have discussed what is meant by distributed control system, what are the levels of distributed control system, that is nothing but structure of DCS. Later we have discussed the advantages and applications of distributed control system. Thank you.